Quick update video for you guys. It's been about a week since I got back from cruise week, and I've done a few things to the car since then, but overall the car ran great. Didn't skip a beat. Unfortunately, I didn't really get any good races in because the weather was pretty crappy and the turnout was pretty light this year. I'll roll some clips at the end for you. But as you can see, I did a bunch of exterior work to the car. So I'll start down here. I put all these new rocker panel pieces on. These are all from the junkyard that I stripped down and resprayed, and I buffed them. So everything looks good. I fixed the inner fender as well and resprayed that. So the whole bottom over here, this rocker section, is complete now. Looks a whole lot better. I still need to go through and buff everything, and the car's dirty because I was driving it in the rain yesterday. Other thing I did exterior wise was blocked out a lot of the chrome trim. So as you can see, all the trim around the windows right here, it's all black now. I used vinyl pinstriping tape. I guess it's a 1/2 inch width. It's not the 3M stuff the guys on the Impala SS Forum tell you to use, because that stuff's like 50 bucks for a roll. This is like $10 eBay stuff, but sticks really well. Looks good. And I have a roll of 150 feet of it, so if I ever got to redo it, I got more than enough. I also blacked out these chrome strips right here that go right in front of the vinyl top. And I also blacked out the chrome trim around the taillights. So it's looking a lot more sinister than it used to. I'm really liking the look. I still have yet to paint my spoiler because I'm going to peel it up. I'm going to realign it so it's a little farther back. But I'm going to do that body color as well. And I got to repaint this guy too because it's all faded. Aside from that, I also added a new intake. This is something that I fabbed up. So the old airbox is this guy right here. And this is something that I made a long time ago when my friend originally owned the car. And as you can see, the bottom is Swiss cheese. There's an extra hole cut out of the front, and there's a red Spectre filter in there. And this airbox has to use the stock, I think it's 3 1/4 or a 3-inch B-body mass air. But I swapped this whole thing out for an F-body MAF with a big 4-inch Spectre cone. And now everything is, there's a little step down reducer here, but everything's like a 3 1/2 inch straight shot into the intake elbow. I also retuned the computer for the F-body MAF sensor because you can't just swap them willy-nilly. You got to account for that. And after accounting for that, I can definitely say that the F-body one reads richer across the board because I noticed my BLMs dropped a little bit when driving around normally, which means there's too much fuel. And also my AFR up top, my AFR at wide open throttle in power enrichment mode was also a lot richer, about more than a point, I should say. It was like at 11.7, whereas before it was at 12.8. I had it set up for the B-body one pretty much perfectly. But this box right here is something that I made. It's just made out of sheet metal with some fuel line epoxied around the edges and spray painted black. And then I added like a little J-clip down there to screw it into. But yeah, looks pretty good. I'm seeing about 300 grams per second on the mass air, but I know that before I throw it on the dyno, I want to get that up a little more. I want it more like 320, 330. So I'm going to see if I swap out my throttle body for like a 52mm or 58mm unit. I want to see if I'll pick up any more mass flow there, because you know, more air means more power if you can use it. And if that doesn't net me enough, I'm probably going to take a spare intake manifold and do a home port job on it, just like I did on the Camaro, and slap that on. So hopefully 320 to 330 is kind of what I want, which I guess translates to about 380 wheel horsepower. Just a rough estimate of it. It all depends though on, you know, the humidity and temperature and whatnot, but that's, you know, just kind of a rough approximation. I know what I have right now is going to put down 380, but close. I don't know, probably 360. Another thing that I did as well, I don't think I ever got footage of this, was I got rid of the big ugly Sun Pro tack that was right up here, and I shifted my oil pressure gauge up farther up the column, and I added in this guy, this AEM wideband. I believe I was talking about it before. So that's in the center of the X pipe. So it's good for both banks. And instead of having the big bulky tack right here, I pushed it down over here. I got a smaller 2 5/8 Bosch tack, which I'm pretty certain is like the same. I don't know if Bosch owns Sunpro or Bosch just makes tacks for them or vice versa, but I got this smaller guy so it's not, you know, up in my face bright as hell with that chrome ring on it. That thing was pretty annoying. Everything's looking pretty good. I'll roll some pictures and show you some footage of Cruise Week. Unfortunately, it wasn't very eventful, but hey, whatever.
Sucks to be a brodozer.
Boost.
And a Mustang. It's all you wanted.
Alright, get the camera out. Oh, he's making a U.
And suddenly 50.